Hi everyone, this is Ollie here from Asmodee UK. It's just before Gen Con out there and I'm here today to tell you all about a brand new game from Repos Productions. It's a new game in the Seven Wonders range and it's called Seven Wonders Architects. Seven Wonders Architects is a 2 to 7 player game. It's ages 8 and up and it plays within about half an hour. So we've got a nice tight play time in this game, and unlike classic Seven Wonders, we play between 2 and 7 players. So we have Seven Wonder Duels, that is your 2-player dueling game. You've got Seven Wonders, the original classic with all the award-winning game that it is. Now we have this fantastic game, Seven Wonders Architect. It's a fast-paced card game, also set in the same realms of Seven Wonders. So, what is Seven Wonders? For anyone out there that doesn't know what Seven Wonders is, Seven Wonders is an award-winning game. Actually, it's the most awarded game currently in the market. Seven Wonders Architects is a faster, lighter game. It's easier to get into and has a range between 2 to 7 players, so you can scale this game up or down more successfully than its previous game. If you've never played Seven Wonders before, this is a fantastic place to start. It's easy to play, it's fast paced and easy to learn as well. Alright, so let's get down to what's inside the actual box. Well, actually first, let me just talk about the box itself, because I like a box that, it's solid. This is a really thick, solid box. It would almost do the standing on it test, I think, with this one. You could probably stand on this box and it's not going to break on you. So it's a very solidly constructed game. So here we go. This is what you get inside the game of Seven Wonders Architects. Obviously, your rule book. It's not a big rule book. It's a few sheets. It's a few pages on 2 sides that get you into the game. And then you have your Seven Wonders. Now, I've obviously put these together already, but all the components for each player in the game comes in its own separate tray. I absolutely love this. Oh, and for anyone that's a little bit more green conscious out there, the trays are actually made out of recyclable plastic as well. So everything each player needs for their game is in this tray. It tells you everything about your wonder, how many parts it is, the mechanics of the game. It's got your own deck and it's got your own wonder inside it as well. And there are 7 of these, one for each of the wonders of the ancient world. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. So each player would take one of these when they play the game and they start playing. We have 7 of those, and then last bit is all the general components of the game. So that's your card deck and all your tiles that we're going to use for the game, which I'll go through those in a moment. I love these. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Inside each one of these, as I said, is going to be a card pool for each player. Each one of these comes with its own little card holder so they don't fall out. I think they're absolutely great. And then you've got the wonders themselves. And the wonders are going to be built in pieces, and you're going to have to build them. And this one is like that. Boom, 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 boom. And the aim of the game would be to finish building your wonder. So those are all the parts for each player, and all the rest of the components come in this generic holder as well. So those are all the parts of the game. It all fits really easily back in the box. So once you've taken the game and you've played it, they fit really nicely back in here again, which is absolutely fantastic. So how do you play Seven Wonders Architects? Each player is going to have the following things in front of them. They're going to pick one of the 7 wonders and they're going to construct the 7 wonder. So we're going to see the construction scaffold of the wonder that they're trying to build. The game ends when the first player in the game successfully completes their entire wonder. So this would be a typical setup. This is a setup for 4 players. Each player has a wonder and each player has a deck that they're going to place to their left. And then we have the victory conditions for when we succeed in battles. We have the peace and war signs, which will tell us when war occurs between the civilizations on the board. And then we have progress tokens, which are going to give us certain advantages in the game. Everyone is going to take their deck. We're going to shuffle the deck a little bit in different ways. And then we're going to turn the deck face up so that you can see the cards in the deck. and then we're going to place that back in our tray. And we're going to do that for every one of the decks. So each turn, every player is going to have an option between the deck on their left, the deck on their right, of which you can see which cards are coming up, or the mystery deck in the middle, of which you do not know which card is going to come up until you draw the card. So let's go through what all the cards mean in the game and how we actually build our wonders. The first and most important one are grade cards. These are resources. These are the resources that you are going to use to build your wonders with. Oh, now for anyone out there that's colourblind, all the cards in the game will have a shape symbol on them. So if you are colourblind, you can always tell which cards are from which category in the game. Each wonder has a requirement, and they get harder as the wonder is built. And the 5 types of resource are papyrus, brick, stone, wood, and glass. Each wonder will have a requirement, a number of resources that you need, and they'll either need to be completely different resources, or they'll need to be the same resource over and over again. So if we have a number followed by an equal, you need that many of that resource that many times. So for example, you need 3 glasses, or you need 3 pieces of wood. Or if they're different, you'll have an equal sign which is crossed out, and then you will need 3 different resources, or 4 different resources, depending on the piece that you're building. Once you've got 3 different resources in front of you, you will discard the cards, take the wonder, turn it round, and then you will have scored that wonder. If the wonder at that point shows you that it has a special ability that happens once you've turned it round, you would then trigger that special ability. Next resource type is gold. Gold is a wild card for resource. If there's a resource that you're missing, but you have gold, you can replace any resource you want with gold. So if you need 3 wood, but you only have 2, but you have a gold, you can use a gold to replace a wood. So, wild card gold, very powerful resource. We then have victory points, or civilization, blue cards, civilization upgrades. These give you victory points that you score at the end of the game, but one of them will also have the cat pawn in it. Everyone loves cats now. If it has the cat pawn on it and you take that card, you take the cat pawn and put it in front of you. The cat pawn is worth 2 victory points at the end of the game, but in addition to this, the cat pawn allows you, every time it's your turn to draw cards, you can look at that top central card secretly, know what it is, and then make a choice between which pile of cards that you're going to pick a card from. So that's victory points. We then have the sciences. 3 science cards. Every time we draw a science card, if you make a set of all 3 sciences, or if you have any 2, so any 2 cogs or any 2 protractors, then you are going to discard those cards, put them on the discard, and you're going to draw yourself a progress token. You can either choose from the 3 progress tokens that you can see, or you can take the blind progress token that's the next on the top of the pile. Progress tokens give you advantages. Sometimes they score you extra points, sometimes they help you in battle, and sometimes they give you an ability to draw extra cards when certain cards are drawn during the turn. So they are a good way of giving you an advantage against other players in the game. My final type of card that you can get in the game are the battle cards, or the shields. These are the red cards. There are 3 types of these. You have a shield, and once you've drawn a shield, they're going to stay in front of you for the rest of the game. You have a shield with a horn, or a shield with 2 horns. Every time you play a card with a horn, you are going to take your make pretend horn, you're going to blow it, and then you are going to escalate from peace to war with your tokens. If it has 1 horn, you are going to turn 1 peace token over to the war side. If it has 2 horns on it, you are going to turn 2 of these tokens over to the war side. Once all of the peace tokens have been turned over to war, it's time for all the civilizations to have a bit of a battle with each other. At this point, you're going to compare the number of shields that your civilization has compared to the civilization to your left and the civilization to your right. And if you are the civilization that has the most shields, you're going to win yourself a victory against that civilization. So it's possible to win a victory on your left and your right at the same time. If you both have the same score, so you both say have 2 shields, then neither of you score any points. Once battle is over, you do the following things. Any cards that you have in front of you that have horns are discarded to the discard pile, and we turn the war symbols back over to the peace sign again, and then this continues, and then it may escalate again, and then we're going to have another war. Those are all the rules of the game. Every time you can build a wonder, you must build a wonder. So if there's an option to build one, you must do so. As I said, the wonders give you special abilities as you go, and you're going to keep going round in circles, choosing the cards in front of you until one of you finally completes their wonder. The moment someone completes their wonder, the game finishes. And then at that point, the person with the most victory points in front of them wins the game. So there you have it, 7 Wonders Architect. As I said, a fast-paced game. It's a great entry-level game. It's a great game to play with your family as well. Plays within 25 minutes and out this October.